Okay, so I just wanted to go over again just a few things that we went over last night in class, just to talk about starting out posture, the beginning posture. And it's really about relaxing down into your body and really feeling yourself rooted. So starting down at the feet, all parts of the soles of the feet are touching the floor. And in terms of your posture, your feet are lined up with the outside of your hips, the outside of your feet, outside of your hips, and you just feel that sense of being grounded and relaxed. Knees are bent, elbows are bent a little bit, and that keeps your armpits nice and open. And if you push your elbows out to the side, it really helps with that openness there, so the hands are naturally just fall to the side here. And then we talked about that silver cord, that yang energy, the cord going through the center of your spine, out the top of your head, pulling you up to the center of the sky, and then also coming out of the base of the spine, pulling you down to the center of the earth, which is the yin. So your body is a manifestation of those two energies, that yin energy lifting you up, pulling you up, also the yin energy pulling you down, the yang energy pulling you up. So you have that relaxed place in the middle because you're supported from above and below. And turning to the side here, we'll talk about that core area that we talked about last night, or the beginning of the class, that we feel that sense of connection here. So even though we sink our way down, we don't break that core energy here, that connection. So we keep that nice and straight. So as you go down, really pay attention that your knees don't go up in front of your toes, and that as you sink your way down, you keep that nice core there. So you want to prevent your back end coming out there. So keep your nice core straight. And you can practice this at home in the mirror. This is a really good thing to do. And you can do it with the breath. So inhale as you sink your way down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you push up with your feet. Remembering the springs also we talked about underneath your feet. They contract as you go down. Inhale, the springs getting smaller, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, pushing up, the springs getting bigger, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so some things you can practice at home using the mirror. And so we'll start out, the other thing I wanted to mention we didn't talk about, go over in class, but we will be going over next time and more detail, but is the understanding when we take a step, we want to make sure that we keep our body in this alignment here. So we have that shoulder width distance between our heels, it's a perpendicular. So when we step out, you can see as I step out along that tile, I'm stepping straight out. So in our body, we have the tendency to have our hips come in a little, our pelvis come in. So as we step forward, we'll want to just move the foot across to make it more comfortable. But really what we want to strive for is this really open hip area here, so that we keep our hips nice and open. So what we'll do in class next time, we'll be talking about that shift, as we talked about at the beginning here, to shift it away from to the right, and then so from the left and down into the right. And then this one is perpendicular. This foot will slide out in front here. All the weight will be maintained on this foot. And then as we move our way forward, you can see I have that nice sunken position here. And then as I push my weight off the front leg, I let go of the back leg and I pivot 45 degrees. So that will be our stepping in Tai Chi. We'll do more about that as we go forward in the class, but essentially it's a shift the way to the left, then to the right, a sink, slide the foot forward, and then beginning to shift away forward onto that front leg, and then I push up off that front leg, let go of the back leg, and pivot 45 degrees. If I were doing it from the side so you can have another view, I'll shift my weight to the left, pivot the toe to the right, sink my weight on the right, step forward with the left foot, beginning to keep, you see how I have a low center of gravity here? And then as I push my weight up on the front leg, you can see I start to come up and then pivot 45 degrees on the back leg. Okay. So we'll go over more about that next time. And now we're going to start into the beginning postures that we did at the beginning of the class. I'm going to add 2 or 3 more so that you'll have the next coming weeks to review ahead of time if you choose. So again, starting with that nice relaxed posture. Now remembering everything super relaxed. Now the least amount of energy required to do these postures as possible. That's very important because you want to keep your body super relaxed. Okay. Hips lined up with the outside of the feet, knees are bent. Shoulders relaxed, armpits open, hands down by your side, elbows bent. Lift it up, pull down. Just stand a moment in this posture and just really feel now that your weight is equally balanced on both feet. You're just sunken down into your body, relaxed, breathing naturally and easily. Okay, so I'm going to emphasize now the breathing as well. As we breathe in, as we sink down, breathe out as we come back up. And we'll count. Inhale, the hands are followed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, sinking down. Pushing up, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, elbows sink. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Sinking all the way. Inhale, 2 onto the left. 2, 3, and then moving your weight across to the right foot, sinking your weight right. 4, 5. That's all of an inhale. Exhale now. We take an empty step with the left foot straight out like we talked about before. Moving on to that left foot, the left hand coming up, the right hand, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, and pivot on the heel of the right foot, 5. Next move, sink the weight down onto the left as the inhale, making a ball with your hands, the left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. Take a step with the right foot. As you exhale, 2, 3, the right hand comes up, the left hand behind. 4, shifting your weight onto that front leg, pushing up off the front leg, let go of the back leg, pivot 45 degrees on the left foot. Now sink your weight onto the right foot as you inhale, keeping your center of gravity low. 3, 4, onto the back leg, sinking your weight down onto the left foot. 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your center of gravity nice and low. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4,